Right, ready? Nicky Hawkins outside the London Stadium, West Ham Fan TV. You come over buzzing earlier.
I am buzzing. I am buzzing. Firstly, it's good to know that Nuno watches extra time. Because who made that team selection on Wednesday night, baby? Who said that exact team selection, baby?
You did say that, yeah. You did say it, yeah. Yeah, you did say it.
You know, I look. You know, when you got 3 centre halves in good form.
You also said at the beginning of the season you swap our right back for Carl Walker. So I won't.
Oh, hang on. Oh, we can do that. Because let's be fair, when Doku come on, Wan-Bissaka gave him a lot of free time, and Tadibo had a great game, but he was covering a lot of Wan-Bissaka's duties for him. So on the right back front.
That's why you got 5 at the back.
Yeah. Look, to beat there to a man, like apart from one of the subs who came on, the little chubby so-and-so, didn't chase balls down the channel like you wanted him to, didn't chase balls down the middle like you wanted him to, hobbled around the centre circle, tried to do as little as possible. Apart from that guy, they were superb. Absolutely superb. To a man, every single one of them. Mavropanos. I can't think of a better 90-minute performance this season when I played him.
Brilliant, really. He was brilliant.
And Tadibo...
Do you know what? Every game, I love him more and more, Dinos. A couple of seasons ago, I turned around and said, I never want to see him play for West Ham again. And that proves what I know.
It proves what we all know. Look, he's been one of them players that for 89 minutes and 30 seconds will be Nuno Maldini, and then for 30 seconds will just have a lapse in concentration and throws it away. And this calendar year,
he hasn't had it.
He's not had that.
Yep.
He's been a superb defender week in, week out. I think how many years is a little bit hard to call. I think Matheus Fernandes gets it personally.
He does.
He's been superb week in, week out. But if you used to go to the 1st of January in 2020,
close, yeah.
If you're saying the most improved player, it's Mavropanos all day long.
All
day
long.
He's
becoming very, very important. And listen, Kilman's unlucky for Kilman, but there's 3 centre halves now that you can rotate any rotation of them, and you'd be comfortable with it.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I feel a little bit for Kilman on the grounds that I think if we'd have paid a fair price for him, he wouldn't have that pressure on his shoulders.
Yeah.
But when you're a £40 million centre half, you know, you've got £40 million centre halves out there in Dizazi and Tadibo, and that's the level you've got to be at. And you're nowhere near that level.
Right, let's talk about this game.
Let's talk about this game. Go on.
We're out in the relegation zone for the first time in a long time.
We are. It feels good, doesn't it? Like, we keep saying it. We've said it. Yeah, we come out of that Forest game when we was like 8 points adrift or whatever, and it was like, this is it. It's over.
Yeah.
It's done. And the turnaround has been phenomenal. You know, it's been a long time coming. We might go back in it tomorrow, right? Look, Forest at home at Fulham, right?
But the psychological thing is there today. They're in it, and we're not.
Exactly. And they're the ones. And I, for the last month, I've said this. We've just got to stay in their rearview mirror to national break, and then we can go past them. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Because if Fulham do us a favour, we've already gone past them. And the way Villa are at the moment, playing at the moment.
You don't know, do you?
And the way we're playing at the moment, you know, we're not an easy game room next week. If you're a Villa fan and you're thinking West Ham's an easy 3 points, you're going to learn a very hard lesson next week. Yeah. Very hard lesson.
No, he said that last week when you said about City, we get a draw.
Do you know what? I wanted to say a draw. I did want to say a draw. But I let optimism get the better of me. I said 3-2. That was my prediction.
I predicted a win, and we nearly won it.
We did. You look at the end. We had chances, but that wasn't an attack point. That was a defence. That's the way you have to defend. When you're in the position we're in, that's the way you have to defend.
And the amount of times we've come unstuck this season trying to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, we kept it simple. Obviously, if you're watching this on Wednesday morning, this will sound outdated, but they're still on, chasing 4 fronts. I don't think they're going to get past Real Madrid, and I think, tonight's the night that...
Yeah, no worries, Arsenal. Thank you.
The league title goes to North London. I think, we've just won them the league there, haven't we? But, we haven't won the league. They've cost themselves the league, They
That's right, yeah.
Forest at home. They should have beat Forest at home. They didn't. They've come here, Pep wants to play this superb passing football. But when you defend like we do, you've got to find another way. You've got to find another way of getting that coconut, break that hard shell, and he couldn't do it.
I think what they've done here today is that they wanted to play that passing game. They thought they passed off the park. When they couldn't, the only other plan they had was corners, and he swept them up.
Honestly, you could put Mavropanos in the Strait of Hormuz right now, and he'd be heading Iranian bombs away for fun. The way he was tonight.
Yeah.
he won everything. I don't think he lost one aerial duel, and he won the one attacking duel he needed to. He deserved that one.
Yeah, absolutely. We're staying up now. We're staying up.
Yeah, we're staying up and we'll win the FA Cup. Let's be too. Let's go over.
Come on, look.
Overly optimistic. Overly optimistic.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.